All right, Dante's Boxing
Coach
Nation.
Wade. Coach Wade.
All right.
It's a team quarter thing. That's all. It's a team quarter
Yeah,
thing.
totally. See that? You gotta earn this though. Trust me, you gotta earn this.
Yeah, I told Kenny I needed to see the drip, man, because, you know,
He's trying to get us jacked.
Yeah, look. Now look, I'm leveling up, okay? Look, compared to two, I'm leveling up. Yeah. You
Go with it, man. Well, go ahead.
It's nice.
This town business, right?
Yeah. How you doing, brother? Nice
all
to
right,
meet you.
East Oakland's finest.
Oh, East Oakland. Okay.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Born and raised, man. All right, Kenny, man, you went from the suit, man, to the you know to the easy wear, man. Is this part of the line too, man?
You know what? This is someone else. This is my brother Wyatt out of Cincinnati, and he does a lot of things for Headbangers, Barry Hunter, and also for Adrian Broner. And Wyatt is just his stuff is really clean. So we said send it to us, and we're gonna rock out with it. And he did the black and he did the white. So we looking good. We feel good with this.
Yeah,
Very
Kenny.
comfortable.
Yeah, Kenny. I'm looking at Sean. He looked like he's prepared. He looks very fit.
Yeah.
He looks very fit. How prepared you got him for Saturday night, man?
He's in the best shape of his life. We looking at him, we're watching the things he's doing, and we both come back with the same mindset. Each time we look at each other, he's in the best shape of his life. He's superhero status right now. You know, ultra lean. He's feeling good. He's happy. You know, and it's the calm before the storm. We're just waiting.
So basically, for you guys, Saturday can't come soon enough, man, because you guys gonna basically shock the world, man, right?
No, we ain't gonna shock the world. We're gonna shock the Earl.
Oh, okay, I like that. You know,
And the world gonna take care of itself.
That's a good one.
Kitty, I wanted to ask you something.
Yeah.
A lot of people, because I want to hear from you, because I want to get this out the way. A lot of people accuse Sean of being a dirty fighter. They say he fights rough. They don't like his style. You know, Errol Spence has called him a football player. Adrian Broner says when he fights, he rushes for like 100 yards. And I just want to get your take on that.
That's just somebody being funny. We ain't got one referee ever warned us about being dirty. We ain't never had no referee take any points for Sean for headbutting or doing anything out the way. You know, if you ask anybody that's fought him, Andre Berto just, did the interview on Inside PBC Boxing. He said, no, I seen a guy that just really wanted to get after me and win a fight. I never felt like he was being dirty. So Andre never said that Sean did anything dirty. He said he didn't do anything dirty. But once social media starts to say things, everybody mimic and copy what social media says. Like there's nobody has an individual opinion of anything, and the truth of the matter is, I would never tell my son, I want you to go in there and get your own eyes cut. That makes no sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. So, if we coming at you and you don't like the way we coming, if it make your ass uncomfortable, then deal with it on Saturday night. It's just what it is.
Yeah, Kenny, I also wanted to cover something else because a lot of people, you are responsible for getting Sean where he is. You know, he's well off. He's
Absolutely.
a millionaire.
Absolutely.
And this is personal to me because I have to say this, man. You need to hear this from me. There's this image that go around, in particularly me and you, we brothers, we fathers. They say this stuff about we don't care about our kids, we abandon our kids. But here you have a guy that's been there from the beginning. You got Sean where he is. He fighting on pay-per-view, and he a millionaire.
Yes.
And I want to hear you address that because you ain't gonna get too many people that's gonna ask you that question. I feel a guy like me need to ask you that type of question.
And what exactly is the question? I know what you're talking about, but the exact question.
The exact question
How do I
is
feel about?
Yeah, about being there from the beginning. The stigma they say about us. About brothers not caring about
when you
their
said something
kids.
to me yesterday, I'm not gonna get into your business. But you said something to me yesterday, I automatically connect with that. I have to be a fan of yours when you said what you said to me about your son. See what I'm saying? Never met him before, and my first time meeting you. But that's innate within me because that's what God wanted me to be. He wanted me to be a father. The best job I've ever had is being a father. I've never had a father myself, but I've always had a father in God. So me and this brother right here, we connect on the exact same thing. He's a father. We connect on the exact same thing. So what people fail to realize is when you copying what other people are saying about different people and so on and so forth. When I coached football, pee-wee football, from the time my son was 8 years old till he started high school, I never had no fathers out there. It was always mothers bringing me the kids. And all these kids that I coached in boxing through the Junior Olympic Silver Gloves, Golden Gloves, International, all that, there were never any fathers there. Errol Spence is one of the few that I can say father was there. He traveled all the way to Azerbaijan with us. You know what I mean? So I have mad crazy respect for any man that's a father, period. When you're putting down a father, for whatever your reasoning is, just to have your voice heard on the internet, you're doing your whole race an injustice. Because everyone needs a father in some way, shape, form, or fashion in order for them to reproduce a child themselves and be a father. They need that. Because otherwise they'll run out in the streets and continue to do the same type of thing with the same type of behavior. So I am a fan of fathers. I'm a fan of anybody who has a son and they don't have to be playing sports. Whatever time that you spend with yours is precious and you can't get it back. So when the boxing thing's over with, that's still my son. After Saturday night, that's still my son.
The one thing I want to say, and this is in regards to Kenny. Kenny and I were discussing some financial responsibilities that he would need to invest in for us to finish out the camp. And he said something to me that was very valuable. He says, I don't care, just do it. I said, well, you know we have to pay this. He said, I don't care. He said, I've been investing in my son since he came to this earth. I never lose an investment as long as I'm putting it into him. And that meant a lot to me because basically what he's saying, he spared no expense in doing the things that's going to help his son become great. Because even though he may be losing the money and doing whatever that is, the investment is there because he gets to see his son benefit from it. And that's something big. Benefit means not necessarily financially he's going to get something out of it, but he's going to be better in life because of it. And that's huge. That is huge to be able to say, I want to see my son maximize his true fullest potential. And the only response I want in return for that is for me to be able to watch him be excellent in who he is. That's huge.
Kenny, do you think that's important too? Because a lot of times you hear these tragic stories about, guys, athletes, they lose their money and, you hear about some certain situations because I hear certain boxers are in bad situations. Do you also think when you make, millions of dollars boxing, do you think it's important to take care of your money and prepare for life after boxing instead of basically spending your money while you in boxing?
Yeah, it's definitely important. And it's not just getting to the money, it's keeping the money and being financially responsible with the money. So I introduced Sean to an accountant over 10 years ago. He has a relation. Our accountant will be here for the fight. He comes to all the fights. He has a relationship with his accountant for over 10 years that goes into also a friendship. When he come to town or we go to his town, we sit down and we have something to eat and hang out just like regular people. Because this guy has taught Sean, as like a teacher would over these 10 years, how to protect himself and protect his money. And so it's very important that you not only get to the money, but you hold on to the money. And so I feel the same way that you do about my son, and he mentioned investing in my child. I can never go wrong. See, because the only thing people see is what happens on Saturday night. But I've been investing in this kid all his entire life. His entire life. And it wasn't just, and you know what I'm talking about. Everything else that you just got to do for them, education-wise, and just a day-to-day basis to take care of them. You know what I mean? And I don't need nothing in return. And as I've said to this before, when I heard Errol say his daddy got his hands in his pocket. Well, I would ask you, Errol, do you pay your trainer? Because I'm his trainer and he pays me to train him. And I would ask you, do you pay your manager? Because I'm his manager, he pays me to manage. But the next thing I ask you is this. When this boxing is all over with, is your trainer or your manager going to come back and say, oh yeah, by the way, everything that I ever made belongs to you? Because God told me it's time for me to leave. Everything I have goes back to my son. Anything I have, anything I've invested in, any revenue stream I've created, any business I got going on, everything. We do business together, but everything goes to him. In actuality, I'm doing what I do for free. You do what you do for free because we love ours. That's it. We ain't asking for nothing in return. I can't take nothing with me when it's time for me to go. But I guarantee you, Nobody's coming back. And I heard Derek James say some dumb shit. He treated his son like trash. Derek, I'm gonna need you to go back to Errol and hand him $1 million, or hand him $2 million, or hand him $100,000. Go back and give him some of the money that you made, because I know you're not gonna do that. Since you hollered out my name and said I treated my son like trash, don't get on the video camera and say, come on over here. Come on over here and say hello to me. And let me know how you really feel. Because I'm not hard to find. I'm here. And Saturday night, we going to do what we do. We got a mission. We focus on that mission.
We on that mission.
But just for them 30 seconds that I just gave you that, I just want you to know, I don't think you giving him anything back. And everything I have go back to mine. And if he called me today and say, oh, I need $500,000, he got it. If he called me today and he said, I need $1 million, he got it. If he called me today and say, I want to buy a house, will you invest in this business? He got it. Because that's how we get down.
How does it feel to be in that position, Kenny?
God has blessed me. I'm thankful, I'm humbled, and I'm appreciative.